Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things, and welcome back to day 29 of July Journaling Joy. We are almost through the month, so that was quite the challenge for me. I kind of go through these phases of having a whole bunch of ideas, and then like I don't know what to do, and then I get a bunch of brainstorms, and then there were several things that I had written down originally that thinking it through, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that was good or not, but I think we have ideas yet to finish out the month. Today I wanted to show a really simple idea to decorate any kind of book page, but I'm using here my Traveler's Notebook insert. This is the standard narrow size. This is from Good Impressions. I believe it's Spain, but you can order them on, I think it was Paper Penguin Co. now. Pretty sure that's accurate. Go and check if I see if I'm right or not, if you're interested. I have a book here. It's a very cute Tasha Tudor. I think that was it. This is a little gardening book with these adorable little pictures. I really like these. They're kind of vintage looking and kind of sweet, innocent, simple drawings. I picked this up where they were giving away free books. And as I was starting my junk journaling journey, I was grabbing anything and everything. And I had quite a stash of stuff I didn't end up using, which is kind of funny. But, the longer you do something, the more you get an idea of what you like. So I think these are adorable. I've used almost the whole book up, and I saved a couple of the pages that were left that had cute illustrations. The rest was just print. It was a really nice little book, but I know that I would never really use it and as a resource. And I don't want to keep accumulating things in my home. So I wanted to actually use these for junk journaling. I know some people, even myself included, are like, how can you rip up a book? And it is difficult sometimes. But on the other hand, one can consider that I have heard that books that are, like, say, at resale shops or thrift stores, if they don't get sold, they are, I think they're bought and just burned or something, or they're recycled. So why not use a book that was kind of needing a purpose to decorate your journals? So there's this little gnat. That's what I'm swinging at. It's getting on my nerves. So anyway, I thought this little picture was a fun little kind of botanical look. And I'm going to put it here. This is a creamy page notebook. Trying to see if I wrote any details in the front. Yeah, it is from Spain. Yeah, natural cream. So that looks really good because these book pages are a little bit yellowed, or maybe they were that way to begin with. So just if you find a book and you like the pictures in it, I also have a big flower botanical book for gardening that I got for just a few dollars at Goodwill, and I just use that for junk journals. So you could find something like that too. It's super fun to go look at, like, Goodwill or wherever, and look for books with just the focus of how can I rip this up and piece it out and find artistic touches for your journals. So that can be a fun outing if you're looking for something to do someday and you're feeling creative. I like this here, and I think it blends really nicely with the page. But another thing you could do would be to ink up the edges of your page if you want to add, of your embellishment, if you want to add a little more interest. So let's see what else is here. There's this little basket of peppers. This would be cute if you're doing a junk journal cookbook style. I actually have one of those that I bought from Diane at My Old Barn Door, I think is her Etsy shop. She's very creative. She was a very sweet encourager when I just started out. I'd sent her a tassel, I think it was, and she had then in turn sent me a huge envelope full of all kinds of junk journaling paraphernalia. It was very nice. So I think that would look cute here. This is going to be a very random journal. decorated very randomly. Not sure exactly what purpose I will give it yet, but I keep interrupting myself. I do that a lot. The Traveler's Notebook that I have from Diane at my old barn door, she sold homemade Traveler's Notebook or junk journals in the Traveler's style, and it was like cookbook, kitchen-y themed, kind of a vintage look. And I have one of those. It's very small. It's like 18 pages. This is an idea that you can do. And I use it for special recipes that I want to find really quick. For example, if I want to cook the kielbasa and kraut in my Instant Pot, I have that in there. I can turn to it real quick and find the minutes and the ingredient amounts. I also have a couple Trim Healthy Mama recipes and just things that I use a lot. I don't want to keep looking up on my phone. I just have them in that little book. So you can make a little resource if you wanted to do a kitchen themed / recipe themed Traveler's Notebook or junk journal and use food type things. That could be a fun thing to do. Just like a little handy resource for me. And I do use it fairly often. Okay, the other thing is to use a napkin for some fun decor. These are from my friend Kim. Thank you, Kim. These are so cute. Ooh, didn't realize they were all these. I think I'm going to use this guy, and I think I will use most of him and put him at the bottom of the page here. I'll cut around it, peel the layer, so I just have the outer layer. And you can do this a couple different ways. You can glue it on, or you can Mod Podge it on, but I think I will, I might just do the Mod Podge. I was thinking I might glue it and then coat it. We'll see. Okay, I'm having a hard time grabbing that underneath layer. So I'm remembering that somebody gave this little tip where you can get a piece of tape. Let's see if it'll work while I'm trying to make a video. Yeah, see? Okay, there's your tip. There's an added bonus tip. That little piece of rolled tape will just grab that back layer. That makes that a lot thinner. When I first started doing this, I didn't know that, and I just put some napkins full thickness, and it worked, but they kind of bunched up. So I think this will help them be thinner, or a little less bulky on the page. I'm going to just trim down his tail a bit there. Hopefully that didn't hurt. And let's just glue it using my favorite little crafting glue, Tombow Mono Aqua Liquid Glue. How many names can you give a glue? That's so funny. I have no idea what you're supposed to call it. Okay, so that will secure it for us. And we're going to just go over it with some Mod Podge, and then I will let this dry and it'll be good to go. So eventually I will be using this probably for my daily memories journal, because it's kind of a fun little scrapbooky mix already, but it could be a fun place for a little commonplace book. I've also thought about starting a journal and where I would just talk about different friends that I know in person, friends that I've met via Instagram and YouTube, and just kind of keep a little memory of that, because that is, it's a new way of making friends that was not always part of our lives till fairly recently, really. Unless you're super young, then you've grown up and you don't know any other lifestyle. But I think it's really fun that I have a couple friends in England and the UK now. I have a friend in Sweden. I have friends in New York and New Jersey. And several of you have commented from other parts of the world. In fact, if you are watching and you care to take the time, just let me know where you're from. Where do you live? It's so cool, all the connections you can make via YouTube, I think, or Instagram. Okay, so that is such a simple thing, and it's so fun. If you just like to dabble and paint or get out a brush and play around with your supplies, it just is such a fun, sweet little effect. I will just journal all around that. I'll probably put a date stamp. I may use my big numbers. I may use my stamper thing along the way. I may embellish a little bit more. But I think that is adorable. Thank you again, Kim, for that cute addition. There's more. These guys are cute too. And the daisies, you know, maybe a daisy up there would be a fun balance. I'll probably add that. I won't do that now, but you get the idea. So I hope, even though this is short and sweet, to the point, I hope it motivates you to try something new. Add some different ephemera to your journal, from books, napkins, magazines, and Mod Podge them in. You know what? I say that and I just glued these. When this dries, I will go back and go over the other just to give it a little extra staying power, and also to give it kind of a finished look. So I won't do that now because I forgot. This is funny. This brush is really stiff in here because I didn't rinse it well enough last time I used the Mod Podge. And I do like this brush. So I'm going to go be a good girl and rinse out my brush. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.